Third time's a charm. Work that time. Hello. You're listening to Primordial Harmony Session and Episode 57, a retelling of the classic Elemental Evil story. I'm Mike. I've been running this for a while, and I still enjoy it. And tonight I'm joined by... Right, I did say that. Nyx, who is playing Illyria, is going to be significantly late, but she will join us later.
Hi, I'm Senna and I'm playing Delia, the Gnome Wizard.
Hi, I'm Kitties and I'll be playing Hum, the Gnome Bard, who has been absent lately.
Back from the dead.
Hello, my name is Miles. I am playing Tadias Ozanoff. I am an Asimar Seeker.
And I'm Zaffin. I play Zachra Vitalis, Fire Genasi, Fighter, Shovel Knight, Slayer of Many Beasts, and Father of Children. Child.
Best dad.
Best dad.
And many elemental.
And quite possibly the best cook in the land.
Maybe.
Can't wait for that subplot to come. We have to do like the cooking tournament.
The great cook-off. It's going to be the epilogue. Anyway, when we last left the Excavators, the party, winded and sore from the fight with Ashwick, took an hour to recuperate in the top room of the Step Pyramid. Upon descending to the bottom, they noticed that the set of doors to the east, which they had not gone through prior, were open. Thinking that Arisi may have gone that way, they head east across the moat to a plaza floored with blue mosaic tile. Scrubbing away at the tile was a genie named Atayer. Atayer, the party would learn, once served a dwarven king that ruled before the cataclysm that made Court Dwom what it is today. However, Atayer bends to the will of whoever holds a magic horn, which Arisi now does. As Atayer explained all this, a ghost made from dust billowed out from the floor, waxed defeatist, and sinks back into the floor, though through a portal, leaving the plaza once again a mess for Atayer to clean. After telling the genie they'd help his plight if they could, the excavators headed south toward the east quarter of the Air Temple. The southeast quarter of the Air Temple. They come across empty quarters of the cultists and encounter another portal, this one seemingly made of water that is somewhat similar to the dust portal, but it seemed to be part of the structure as opposed to its own magic. Unable to penetrate the threshold, the party moves on. In one of the rooms, they encounter a sleeping air priest. The priest tries to make a break for it and nearly succeeds, but is stopped by a brutal arrow through the shin, courtesy of Illyria. After interrogation, they learn his name is Beck, and while he joined the air cult willingly, he's wanted to leave for some time. Tied up, Zachriel pulls the arrow completely through and sears the wound shut with his innate fire. Beck is laid up in his bed, in shock likely, but informs the party of the captive Afon trekkers in the room across the hall northward. The excavators free the captives from a pair of air priests and make their way, make to take them back to the room where Windharrow and his Kenku choir are holed up. But before they can do that, they are roped into another fight with cultists. A gust of wind spell in a narrow corridor gives the party a little annoyance. Tadias attempts to take the long way around to cut off the spellcaster responsible, but is held up when he opens the door to a closet instead. With that fight done with, the excavators lead the Afon rescuees to the side room near the temple entrance. Zachriel shares some food with them and the Kenku before the party heads off. Some of the temple yet remaining unexplored. I'm going to take you there momentarily. Now I need to OBS real quick here. Oh. I'll do a shift ping for everybody. Shift ping. Shift ping. There we go. A breeze wafts through the temple. And you hear from one of the rescuees through the door, "Thank goodness, we can rest. Ugh." And then you hear again, "Thank goodness, we can rest. Ugh." What do you do, excavators? Laura takes a drink from the pool here.
Did we know if there was any more in the temple?
Who are you asking?
I'm just asking around the general. So I think we've accounted for most of the downstairs bridge.
You're gonna have to repeat that. You're cutting out.
I think we've accounted for most of the downstairs without that water area.
Likely.
Is there anything we missed?
Surely we must have missed something. We need to find Arisi.
Well, ADC's behind the crushing wall of death. Now, if even Ashwick wasn't allowed behind such security, it stands to say we are not going to find a way through it.
Wind Harrow.
Well-
Oh, sorry, go on.
I do have that orb that I absorbed. Maybe I could try it?
I would be open to the potential of it. I just don't want you to risk yourself for something that is not trying.
Wind Harrow kind of peeks through the door, and he says, "Are you talking about the water thing on?" He points in the direction on that side of the place.
Yes, exactly. Do you know it?
Well, sure. That's the one that That's the portal that the one ice guy came through back and forth a couple of times. Not Ashwick. Ashwick came in through the north. He points in
No.
this direction.
The fellow that was cleaning the floor mentioned that Ashwick was not allowed through it.
I think you might be confused. What is Tadias referring to exactly?
You said that Ashwick went through that thing once, then came back out completely damaged up, and the person that witnessed that was the genie guy. So he wasn't allowed through that barrier.
There's a lot of barriers. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand now. So it's
So
not
what
the
I was
water.
saying was, no one is allowed through it but her. I was going to again suggest that we try to lure her out.
Okay. The portal with the water is not the thing that Ashwick's not allowed into. Ashwick couldn't even penetrate it, which is what Wind Harrow would eventually explain to you. There's a different threshold that Ashwick was not allowed through, and you have not seen it yet. He expressed that it is on the northeast side, a place you have not gone yet.
So it appears that Arisi just kills all of her followers everywhere. Well, to the north side then?
Sounds like a plan.
Well, ready?
If everyone needs. If not, we can start our choir practice.
Yeah, Lyria and Valora will tag along.
No, you did not do so well before. Are you still alright? You're feeling okay?
Eh. I'll be fine.
As much as Zachariel says I might be able to charm this Arisi, I have My doubts.
Don't doubt yourself.
I'm not as good with ladies as you are. This is
Well,
just fact.
maybe the idea is to do that.
Alright, I'll begin following Zachary out.
The dudes chained up are still there, gasping.
Poor dudes.
You know, today is, I was expecting a lot more resistance from a enemy fortress.
I mean, it's as much a fortress as a bunch of squatters in a mansion is a, estate.
Hmm.
They're miscreants taking on a priceless realm that was created by people much more talented than them. And world destruction only has so many people that would be interested.
You guys are walking, talking as you're crossing the moat. I assume Hum is following.
Absolutely.
Find yourselves back in front of the step pyramid.
You know, leave it to dwarves to have moats inside.
Yeah, that is a strange design choice. Do gnomes do the same thing, Delia? Huh?
We're much more practical.
So no rivers running to your living rooms?
Not on a regular basis.
Only sometimes.
Depends on the gnome.
So you do see through the doors, as you walk past, that the individuals that you had defeated before going upstairs have been their bodies have been pushed against the wall, and there's a big smear of blood across the floor.
How macabre.
Something you
That's
didn't
weird.
Something you didn't notice when you first exited the pyramid after the battle.
Hmm.
Can I take a quick look at the streaks and see if they were dragged or if they were flung?
It looks like they were pushed along the ground. Like there's smears that kind of there's smears and then they stop, and then there's a big splat in areas, and just kind of looking at it, it looks like something that was wet with blood tumbled through here, in this area, and then now they're all grouped up at the wall in a heap.
You know, today it's been a long day, but I don't remember their bodies being there.
Or do I?
You remember that a person that was in the top of the pyramid left the top of the pyramid before that fight was concluded.
Yes. Perhaps it was the genie. Maybe he wanted to clean up.
He's not going to be so happy with all this blood and viscera all over the floor.
Or maybe he went to get a bucket.
A bucket would be a good idea, and it's not like he doesn't have enough water around.
I now understand the design choice of the inside moat. It makes sense. It practically cleans itself.
It seems like it would be more practical if there was a way to run the water through the room.
Oh. Just control water or whatever they do.
True enough.
You know, I'm curious. The bodies are moved. We haven't seen the woman with wings. Thaddeus. Send your friend upstairs.
You mean directly above us?
Yeah, maybe she just came back.
That we can see. I'll pull Eudarnik out of the little subspace hole, and I will order him to just kind of fly upstairs.
He struggles a bit to get past the wind sound gate, but eventually Eudarnik gets to the top and just sees the same sight that you'd left. The kind of gruesome sight of all those cultists and what's left of Ashwick.
I will swamp him back into the portal, and I'll be like, yeah, just the viscera of Ashwick and all the people we slayed upstairs.
Okay, well,
They don't look moved either, not like this.
well, perhaps... shall we continue on, or...
Roll insight.
Who do you want to roll?
Anybody can roll insight. Who's looking at this gruesome scene?
I don't know why I have advantage.
There's my plan.
Tobias, you get the impression that, one of the possibilities that comes to mind is that when Arisi walked down here, saw all of her followers down here all fucked up, she just kind of pushed them with air to the corner in a heap. That's one of the possibilities that enters your mind.
I pass along the possibility to companions.
Well, she did abandon them, so...
I would expect more blood speckling everywhere. She's very clean with her magic.
So, are you proceeding?
No, I'm just following Zach.
As am I.
So yes, Zachary, you do see that whirling sort of vortex right here. And it's just sort of there. Aren't they? Several streets converge onto a plaza, in the center of which stands a 30-foot-tall granite statue of a dwarven god, grasping some great stone lantern with an outstretched fist. A bright light emanates from the lantern, revealing ruined shops around this plaza. There are inner chambers extending into the rock. Zachary, when you step there, you hear, "Now! Roll initiative." Alright, let me get the thing. Shift. Shift double click is the best. Alright. Great. Fine. Alright, so, you guys rolled pretty bad.
Yep.
So, this guy will just straight up. Whoa. This guy will just run to Zachariel. Wait, can you make it there? Hold on, 15 feet plus.
Might want to fix the turn order.
Is it not? I
No.
thought it ordered up. Oh, okay. Well, it's not that big a deal. Okay, so the air elemental and the hurricane will act in the same initiative. Alright, so 15 and. Yep. Gets to here, and he's going to try to wallop you. Wow. 15, or that doesn't hit.
No.
And then he's going to try again. Nope.
No.
What's that look like when he just charges at you?
I think I just kind of like hold the shield up as I'm walking into the room. This guy runs out of the side and just his hand just, it's like he's breaking his hand.
Maybe he's like trying to avoid the spikes, so he's just like, oh, oh fuck. Alright.
Yeah, it loses some of the force.
Air elemental. What the hell happened to the turn order? Wait a minute. Okay. Never mind, it's fine. I think. Yeah. So he breezes down over to here. And, it seems like it just does that. It doesn't do anything else. And, the hurricane looks back and he says, "Them!" But it's the end of its turn. Okay, so did I roll the hurricane twice? No, I didn't. Okay, it's Hum's turn.
So Hum runs up, and she pulls out her chimes, and she's going to ring him at the air element.
All right, roll a performance check. All right, that was a really good roll.
Nice.
So the air elemental stops as this very wondrous sounding and pure tone just echoes through this series of chambers here. And the dark sort of energy inside of it kind of quells a bit, starts to still. Delia.
Hold on. I want to use
sorry.
my bonus action to viciously mock this guy here.
Hell yeah. Wisdom save. 17.
He's saved.
Sorry about that. What do you say at him? Or do you...
That his mother was a hamster and its father smelled of elderberry.
What? Delia.
I was being silly.
I know, that's what he says.
I'm gonna just shoot a firebolt at this guy.
Alright. You miss because Hum is providing cover. Unfortunately. So
Very tiny.
well, Delia's essentially the same height. So, is there anything else you want to do?
No.
All right. Out from the corner over here, this guy is going to run up to Zachariel and also try to hit him. We'll see if that pans out for him. Where does she go? There it is. So you see, like, his hand moves deftly quick for the first attack. 17 misses, I think.
That's nice.
All right, and that's his turn. This one's going to attempt the same thing if he can get there. Let's find out. Oh, he actually can't. So he is going to. Yeah, he's going to nuzzle. He's going to get there, and he's going to take the dodge action. Zachary, it's your turn. You hit him. Did you mute yourself?
No, I keep forgetting I put push talk on. I'm going to go for this guy first.
All right.
I'm gonna try and like push him down with the shield spikes.
Alrighty. Yeah. Takes one piercing. Ah! Phew! Falls on his ass. That's a hit. That's a kill.
Yeah, so the hand that he thrusted the dagger off, I just kind of like lop that off. And then I'm gonna use like my second attack to try just hit this guy in the face with his friend's hand with the shovel. Just kind of like scoop it.
Okay. I think I see what you're going with. That's a hit.
That's not advantage, but yeah.
And bludgeoning.
And
Solid.
his friend's hand hits him in the face.
Yeah, you knock it and you just kind of like whap with like the pommel end of the dagger and all right.
And I'll step up and get up in their business.
Alrighty, you are certainly in their business. Thaddeus.
Kind of sidestep around Delia, find an angle. And I'm going to throw one of these little fun darts I have at this Jutsu neck.
Alright, it's an item, so I'm gonna bring that up. Pretty, dart. Secret
I have the
dart.
damage as a, what's it called? A macro.
Oh, you have it? I'm just gonna
Yes, it's at 4.
pop that up. Just for the funsies.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, do your thing. Oh, did you roll?
Oh, I haven't rolled yet. It says a DC save. I don't remember that bit.
Well, that's the thing you got off of them, so... Yeah, that's the magic item you got, so...
Okay, so then he just has to make the save.
Alrighty, so...
I don't roll anything.
This guy... Dexterity saving throw. Yeah. He does not save.
Okay, so then he takes blah blah blah, and minus my 5, so that's 10 damage.
10 damage. Alright. And the secret dart falls to the floor.
Okay, and that's still a weapon attack, right? So I can attack with my other...
I would say so.
Okay, so then I'll throw my dagger in after that.
Alright. Where are you keeping that dart? That hits.
The darts are just on the side, because I can't bring them back into my pocket.
Alright.
So I just chuck that out of my pocket.
You got it. That hits. For another 10. This guy is full of pock marks and he's bleeding.
Okay, and I didn't hit twice, so as a bonus action, I will just kind of dash and run up here and have some cover. That'll be my turn.
Alright. Guy's going to do his best. Runs over to Thaddeus and is going to try to stab him. With advantage once. 22 to hit for 3 piercing.
Hits! Ouchies!
Looks up at you. You hear a door open. From... well, you can see it. From that direction. From your easterly direction. And more movement. Let's see. Probably wouldn't be able to. Okay. So this guy is stasis. He's not moving. The wind is sort of like more like a breeze now, and the dark energy is stilled. This guy with his last act is going to try to haymaker Zachariel. It's 18.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Alright, he's gonna try again. 13. He just says, ugh, damn you. Hum.
So Hum is going to get out her crossbow and take a shot at this gentleman right here.
Alright. He is super bad off. That's a hit. And that's definitely a kill. Just a
And-
slight thing through the neck. Forgot about Illyria.
She's going to viciously mock this guy here.
Okie doke. Yes. Where does she go? Whiz. He does not save. So 4. This might have influenced your turn, but you notice, like, the stasis starts to wear off on the air elemental. The dark energy starts to spin again. Will that have influenced you at all?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have taken the shot. I probably would have
Okay.
used the chimes and then screamed to Zachriel. Try talking to the air elemental and see if we can change his mind.
Alright, do you want to use your chimes?
I do.
Alright. So Tadias notices, because he's closest, that the sort of dark swirling energy starts to lessen further. It starts to fade. And then Hum mocked this guy here. And he's like,
Can I change the mock to the guy that I hit with the bow then?
I will re-roll the save. But yes, you can. Liz.
He saved.
That tone you played was so beautiful. I don't know what you're doing. Alright. Anything else?
And I say to Zachriel, try talking to the air elemental. See if he'll come to our side.
Alright, I'm going to roll for Illyria real quick. Initiative. Okay, perfect. So, it's Illyria's turn. And I suppose she'll walk up here, and she'll just try to take a shot at that guy. Seeing how fucked up he is, he'll just kind of go, yup. Oh. She'll try again. And just hits. Actually, no. Yeah. Just hits. And kills him for sure. Super dead. Okay. Delia.
I'm gonna move up here and do another firebolt at this.
Alrighty. He's fucking dead as shit. The firebolt hits his chest, and it just goes right through him, and there's like this nasty blood steam that's coming out. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright. That guy's dead. Zachriel.
Alright. I guess I'll step over here. And I will say, in the language of my people, but in my best
Aaron?
Aaron,
Yeah.
Friend, we mean you no harm. These people try to control you. We are here to free you. Help us defeat them.
He says back, he kind of like, I don't even know if you can recognize a gesture because of his nature. He says, come on with the instrument. Let her continue. I can't move.
Keep playing.
Are you still? Did you take any actions? Or
Well, I mean, I don't. Are you considering that an action? Because I'm fine with it if you are.
not? Well, maybe a bonus action. Educating speech is kind of a wishy-washy thing.
All right. Well, I'll just turn around and smack this guy with my shovel.
All right. And as you turn
this
around,
guy.
you do see these individuals.
Oh.
That's a hit. The guy's like,
Move.
Why are you talking to him? I'm talking to you. Bah! That actually doesn't kill him. As like he's got a really nasty mark on his cheek.
Yeah, that's it for me.
And he's going to attempt to retaliate. Let's see, he used his thing already, so... Tink!
I'll
Overpost?
I'll repost that.
You got it. Right against the statue. Dead. Thwack. Or like, you know, the gong sound that shovels make sometimes.
Then they point the shovel over at this guy.
Alright. Anything else? Guess that's it. He's dead. This guy is going to run. Oh! Oh god. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, there we go. Oh, he's gonna get up to here, draw his dagger, and kind of stare at you.
Did I get skipped? Thought I was
You
by
did.
attack.
You did. Please go.
Oh, I was gonna cast silence in this area.
Alrighty. Silence is 20 feet, right?
Yeah, pull it.
Alright, stand by.
What? Did I say spellcasting? It's been a while.
You can move it.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then I will bonus action dash and just kind of run and take the opportunity attack and get right in this guy's face.
Okay, you will take an opportunity attack.
I would love to.
Let's see. He's gonna use his thing, so... Whap. 16?
He has not whacked me.
Alright. You're in his face. You got it. And it's his turn. So he is good enough to recognize what you've done here, so let's see what he can do. V, 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 everything. Yep, he's very cooked. So he pulls a dagger and he's gonna try to hit you with it. Will he? Probably not. We'll find out. 14.
That will miss.
So he grumbles a bit, and he grumbles a bit, and he is going to back off. You can take your attack of opportunity.
I would love to.
That is a hit for 8.
Min damage for his try.
And yeah, minimum damage. And he, as soon as he crosses the threshold, and he's just like, you can't hear him, obviously, but he makes a pumping motion with his fist, like, damn it! That guy's dead. And Air Elemental remains stasis, doesn't do anything else. It does look like that the dark energy creeps a little bit, but not as much as 6 seconds ago.
Hum is gonna chime at him again.
Alright. Unfortunately, the dark energy continues to creep. And it picks up a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Illyria is going to, yes, come up here. Just kind of stroll. Draw her bow and shoot the guy right here. As soon as I get her sheet. Whack. Oh, well. Yeah. Arrow through the heart. He just falls over dead in the silence. And, I think that's all I'll have her do. But it's too complicated for me. Delia! You see Hum dealing with this air elemental here, and you also saw Tadias cast a spell and then run off.
So I don't see anyone else?
Trigonomically, no. You see Tadias, and you see him facing away from you.
I guess I'm gonna already a firebolt for if I see anyone, and I will encourage Hum. Tell her she's doing a great job.
Zachariel.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna stand here just in case the elemental gets like rowdy or whatever. So I'll just take the defensive stance,
All right.
and that'll be it.
Thaddeus.
Let's say hi to this guy. For my first attack action, I'd like to grab him.
All right. That's going to be a thing. Where's the thing?
Yeah, one of these things, right?
What are those? Yeah. Oh man. Well.
Well, he's real quick, but I'm going to try to do it again with my second attack action.
Alrighty. He is slippery. These fucking air priests, man. They're so slippery.
So, I will bonus action dash and just kind of right behind.
Alright. You got it.
Turn.
Turn. That guy is dead. That guy is not. So he looks at you, and then he looks past you. And toward... I need to move the thing. He looks past you toward the structure here. And then looks at you again. And he says, I guess this is just for you. And he puts his hand on your chest. And you feel a sort of tingling sensation. And you see what looks like a miniature storm appear where his hand, like around abouts where his hand is. And you're going to need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Aha!
Aha! Alright, you're going to take half of this nonsense.
Still gonna hurt.
It's still going to hurt, but 12 is better than 14, no? I mean, 12 is better than 24. And that's his turn. Alright. The air elemental. You hear, or Zachariel hears him say, I'm sorry! And he's going to take a swing at you. Where's this? Where's the... There it is. So he's going to do that. And then that. Is a 22
The
hit?
second one hits.
Second one hits for 8 bludgeoning. That's the end of his turn.
Yells at Zachariel, "Don't hit him back! I can save him!" And she's gonna ring the chimes again.
Alright. Okay. Zachariel, you look at this creature that has struck you and you see the dark energy within it dissipate completely. And it just kind of swirls around quickly. And you're not sure if it's breathing, but you can definitely hear some sort of exhalation of relief coming from it. It's probably its own form just stretching in a way. Anything else, Hum?
She's just gonna ask Zach, talk to him again, see if that worked, see if he can.
Oh, something's changed about him. I think he just took a deep breath.
Illyria is going to come over here into the silence. Oh, you need to roll a concentration saving throw for the concentration, Thaddeus.
Oh, yeah, right.
Please and thank you.
There's...
Alright, Illyria is going to take a couple shots at this guy. And in Illyria fashion, she's going to use sharpshooter both times.
It's like she has a sniper. The silencer.
Let's see. Yeah, no kidding. Yep. I think that actually misses. Yeah, with mage armor that misses. And then again... So, what's this look like? These two arrows just zoom past you, Thaddeus, and they land over here, striking the stone wall. They just shatter on impact. I need to track that.
I think, like, a good, like, RP thing for that would be, like, she's used to hearing the stretch of the string on her bow.
Kind of threw her off. Yeah, I like that. Delia. You see... Yeah.
I'm gonna get over here.
You're in silence.
Yep. You can't do anything, so I'm just gonna.
I mean, you don't
Wait.
have to be in there. You can, like, be up here if you want. You
I don't think I had enough movement.
To walk around the statue?
Yeah, I'm a gnome. I only got 25 feet.
Okay. So you're just gonna wait?
Yep.
Alright. Zachriel.
Alright. Before I do anything, I'll just, in Orin, I will say to the Aeromental that it's free now. You can do whatever you please. If you'd like to come with us, that's fine. And then I'll turn and move away.
It just stands there. You feel like its attention is sort of on you now. Alright. Is there anything else you want to do, Zachriel?
Will not make it. I'm gonna dash through the silence.
Alright.
Is he?
What's that?
That's it. I moved 60 feet.
Didias.
I want this boy in the zone. We're gonna grab him again.
Alright.
We're not grabbing him.
We'll find out. I mean, maybe. He has to roll pretty bad, but nope. Alright, that might be it. Yeah.
We got him. I grab him by his little scruffy frock and begin dragging his booty in the air. I dash to pull him all the way here with half my...
He struggles mightily, but it's nothing for Tadias' grip and his
Turn.
own strength. Turn, okay. This guy is going to try to escape. Because he can do fuck all else. So he's going to roll that. Ooh. This motherfucker is so slippery. Alright, so that's his action. He is going to run back out of the silence. Actually, he's going to run over to here. And it looks like he's going toward this area.
Oh, he ran past me and Tadias?
Yeah.
I missed them.
That's a hit.
Thanks for being able to do so.
And bludgeoning.
I'm gonna use a superiority and make a trip.
There you go. Skyweaver.
DC 15 strength save.
Oh, there's yeah. Alright, so flat on his face. 2 damage. Alright. That's his turn. Elemental kind of looks at Hum. Doesn't have enough time to say anything. Hum.
Hum looks at him and says, "Are you coming?" And runs over here.
Roll a d6. Alright. You'll find out what that means later. Lyria.
And then,
Oh, sorry, go on.
oh, I think that's what she's.
Is she gonna take an action, or?
I need to measure.
It's 50 feet to the guy.
Yeah. No, she's not. Well, yeah, she's gonna go ahead and take a shot with disadvantage.
Okay, you're gonna be dealing with half cover because of your buddies.
Yeah.
Also, he's prone, so you have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That misses, unfortunately, because of the half cover. Because he's rocking mage armor.
Okay, and she's done.
Alright. Illyria will come over here and she's going to try to, despite the guy being prone, she's going to try to take a couple shots herself. With disadvantage. And she's just going to keep trying the sharpshooter. Miss. Miss. Delia.
I guess I'll step back and send some magic missiles.
Okay. 12 damage. Okay. His body kind of convulses a bit. Anything else?
Nope.
Zachariel.
I will say you're not getting wet, but obviously it's just me mouthing. I'm gonna. This guy looks a little bit more important than the other dudes from like
This area, yeah.
over here, right?
He does. He's wearing
Alright.
more sort of special-looking clothing.
I'm gonna swing my shovel down and shift the shaft so that it goes flat and try to knock him out.
All right. Hit. All right. He stops moving. Boing. Well, you can't hear it, but it can be heard outside. And
I'll turn to look at Tadias and be like, I got him.
You just see me mouth. What?
He's knocked out.
What? And you're out of initiative.
Hum is just giggling hilariously because she heard the thong.
I don't know if you. No, I don't think you
Turns out
did
all that-
actually because of the heights.
Oh,
of the-
'cause-
not
okay.
that it matters that much, but skip. There we go.
I'll wait until Zachariel's saying something really embarrassing, and then I'll drop my concentration.
What could you possibly say?
I don't know.
Can you hear me? Oh,
Is he dead?
He's unconscious. I knocked him out.
He's
He looks more
slippery.
important.
He does, but he's very slippery. Watch out.
I'll break his fingers, and then he can't cast any spells, right?
Break his knees.
I don't. How do his knees affect spell casting?
He's kind of slippery.
Why don't we tie him to the statue? Give them the treatment of their initiative. Wait a second. Hey. I will. In Primordial, say, hey, you there.
kind of moves toward you a little bit.
So if we wake this guy up, do you think you could trap him in like a vortex? Not hurt him, but just like stop him from running?
I do not have that sort of strength. He replies. It replies. They reply.
Hmm.
Ask him if he has a name.
You have a name?
He says, He says, I'm trying to think of what he would say, because he doesn't.
I think his name is Gus.
I like Gus.
He says, we do not address each other in such a manner, but that thing you said would work. And actually, you pick up a couple of things that the air elemental says. A couple of words here and there.
I think he likes his name.
By the way, add 2 concordance to your thing. Oh wait, I should do that, because I can...
He said he liked it,
I kind of understood.
Oh.
I need to learn this language, Zachariel. You have to teach me.
I think I should start a class at this point.
I think the chimes are helping me.
I will say that my Orin is not very strong. I'm stronger in Igni, but the Sea of Fire is hot, right, Stias?
I just chuckle a little bit and look at the dude on the ground. So was I stringing him up or not?
Yes, do that.
And dragging him callously over to the statue. Of course, I'm going to tie the rope around the giant beer stein mug thing.
Nice. The air elemental, Gus, now known as Gus, says, they took 5 of us. Have you seen any of my, what's a good word? Have you seen any of my...
Companions.
Yeah, companions. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of something primordial. Good enough. Any more of my companions? My family? And, Zachariel, while your Orin is rough, he used a word that means family, but it's a very archaic word. Like, there's a more modern word for family in Primordial. This is a very old word.
He's speaking old Primordial.
You could say a primordial.
He's a Renaissance man. They are a Renaissance being.
You can call him a he, I don't care that much.
You named Gus already.
You didn't name him Gus. Okay, so
Tobias, I didn't say what I said, but because, pronunciation.
Oh, gusts. Okay. I like that better. So Tobias,
I just kind of went off Pebble and Squirts.
Exactly. So Tobias. Yeah, you have him tied up.
I'm stringing him up like almost upside down, Batman Arkham style.
Okay.
So he's just kind of like a swinging pendulum from this beer stein statue area.
Okay.
And once I have him real done, I'm going to give him a little bit of a spin, and then I'm going to just kind of like pat him on the head while he's spinning.
All right. So about 5 minutes later, after you do that, kind of, and he kind of just stares at you angrily. I assume you have his hands bound.
Oh yeah, he's essentially cocooned. He's got his face shut.
All right.
So I kind of like
gnashes his teeth
give him
at you.
a little bit of a poke, like in the chest, and he kind of moves pendulum style. And I say, "I think he's good. Zachariel, do your things."
Have we seen any of Gust's friends
Coming up?
or his family?
I believe
Have
it
we
was
s-
not one of them.
Maybe we shouldn't bring that up.
So we're just kind of ignoring the question at this point.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess you didn't answer him. He kind of looks. He goes over to Hum, and he says he's actually saying something. He walks up to Hum, and you hear this, Zachariel. He says, "Follower of the Nimbus Mistress, please answer me."
Hum. Apparently you are a follower of the Nimbus Mistress, and he would like you to answer him.
Did I understand he's looking for his companions?
Somewhat. You heard the phrase like 5 of us, and you sort of parsed it together, but you also understood Nimbus Mistress, and a twang of familiarity goes through your brain as that sort of sinks in.
I think we should answer Zachariel. We've lost one, but we're looking for the others. And we'll save them like we saved him.
Alright, Gust. You're gonna want to float down for this.
He says, "Did they not make it? Am I the only one?"
What? We've only seen one other. Unfortunately, they did not make it. They were used against us, and before we had a chance to help them, I accidentally, somehow, decapitated the wind. I feel terrible for it. I hope that you could find it in your hollowed heart to forgive me.
His his form just slows down a bit. But he looks up and he says, or he looks up and says, "I understand. Please do what you can to save the rest of my companions."
I will do so. We all will do so. Also, who is the Nimbus Mistress? Because my friend here can't really understand you. Well, bits and pieces she gets.
He says, "The Nimbus Mistress, Chan. She is a force."
Wait a minute. I know Chan.
He kind of looks at you curiously, Hum, and kind of like gestures at your shirt. And Zachary, you hear him say, "Yes, you carry a piece of her with you."
I do.
Sort of translating for Zachary, he says, "I would recognize her spirit anywhere."
He recognizes your spirit anywhere.
No, her spirit, referring to
Her spirit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you have someone's spirit.
Says the guy with the shovel he talks to.
What? Listen, it's an entirely different thing, okay?
I don't think it is.
Oh, so now you believe me about talking to the shovel?
The chimes talk to me.
Oh, so are you going crazy, or are we both going crazy?
Let's not do a litmus test.
The cultist just sort of says, "To the pits with all of you. Let me down."
Shut up.
All right, listen,
We don't want to
if
hear
don't
from
wanna
you.
End up being crushed to death by a giant rock hand, you'll shut up.
He kind of clams up a bit. Then he gains a little bit of courage and he says, "Why don't you just kill me?" Or he doesn't talk like that. Why don't you just kill me?
Because you'd like. Why would you? You would like that. That's not going to happen. For
Don't
you.
worry, you will most certainly die.
Maybe.
Absolutely.
Maybe
Where are
we'll
the
just
rest of the
pull
air
your
elementals?
teeth one by one. Would
Maybe
you like
we'll make
that?
you eat something that's not air.
Okay. He clams up now. Sufficiently taken down a peg.
Zachary Howell and I just sound like those people that are just annoyed because somebody's talking and we keep talking over each other, yelling at them. You know what, Zachary Howell?
What?
Break a bone.
And another thing,
He's
I punch
annoying
him in
me.
the arm.
You want him in the arm?
I gotta punch him in the arm as hard as I can.
What do you want from me?
I want to break every bone until you tell me the things I want to know.
And I want to know where his friends are.
Well... He kind of like gestures with his head wildly a little bit, and he gestures, let's see, hold on, let me see here. I need to assess my situation.
Damn it, man. Give straight answers. I'm gonna slap him.
Well,
You're not slapping him hard enough.
hold on,
Slap
this is the
too.
DM, not him. Oh, wait a minute. You guys actually killed two. That's right. You killed both of the ones in the pyramid. I was like, wait a minute, there's still that many left. How come? Oh, right. Do you want to change what you said back on that real quick, or are you keeping it to 1? Because you guys killed.
Well, I mean,
you guys
I
killed,
only remember one, so
you guys. So there's the one. There's the group at the bottom of the pyramid that you fought before you went up to the top, and then Ashwick was commanding a corrupted air elemental to go after Delia.
Oh yeah, that's the one I killed.
Yeah. Somebody killed the other one.
Well, we would retcon, and I
Yeah.
would tell him the truth. I wouldn't
That's fine.
lie.
It same outcome. Okay. So anyway, he gestures to the step pyramid first, and he says, "There's 2 over there," and then he sort of like changes the angle of his head a little bit, and he says, "There's probably one still in the near the sleeping quarters." And then he like looks to his whatever, the direction of the other air elemental, and he says that one, and then he gestures to that direction, and he says, "And there's one in the mess hall."
Is there anything else we should know? Who are with them?
Well, hang on now. Why do you have a mess hall if all you eat consume is air?
He says that's not entirely true. It's just something we put the initiates through.
Seems like a great way to have weak initiates.
You see like this light bulb moment where his eyes go wide, and then he just kind of clams up.
Stop giving them ideas, Zachariel.
What? The ideas aren't going to go anywhere. He's dying.
He kind of blinks for a few minutes, and he says, in the mess hall, there's probably several more of us. And then beyond that is where they're keeping the bird folk, the raven people.
Oh, okay. There's more of them?
He says, the Wind Harrow took a couple, and then there's at least 6 left. So Queen Arisi put them in the room over there that leads to the top. Not that any of you can go through it.
Well, we'll see about that. What about these literal 9 doors I can see from where we're standing?
He kind of like gestures a little bit, and he points or wiggles in this direction, and he says, "I wouldn't go in there. There's several nasty creatures that we had to seal off." And then he gestures to like around. He says, "All the other ones are empty rooms that we took shop up in."
Oh, maybe we could throw you in that room.
That's a great idea. I bet they would love little skinky air initiates or whatever this thing.
I've changed my mind. I don't want to be a cultist anymore.
Oh, that's
You
strange.
changed your mind.
Threatened with death, and you've changed your mind and
listen.
turned a new leaf.
Listen, when you mentioned the thing about making weak initiates, it all became clear. And he kind of looks at you with a hopeful expression. His face red with the blood coming into his head.
That's a 6, not a 20.
Looks at Zachariel.
By the way,
says,
hi, Nix. By the way.
And she says, with a very sarcastic look on her face, "He's changed his mind."
I don't know. I mean, he seems pretty earnest about it. Maybe he has changed his mind.
He says, I'll tell you everything I know. Beyond what I've said, because there's still more.
I'll continue.
I'm listening.
It's a pretty intricate place here. He, like, looks up with his eyes, as if gesturing behind him. And he says, "That's the way that Ashwick goes in and out."
Went in and out.
What do you mean, went?
Ashwick is no more.
Oh, good. I never liked him much anyway. He stunk.
You know, I'm starting to get that from literally everyone, that nobody here liked him.
And yet they all followed him.
Let me tell you something funny. He had a real thing for Arisi.
Is it because she has
Why did
wings?
Arisi put up with him?
Obviously because he's a sort of asset. So much for that.
So tell me, how many did you change over? How many did you recruit?
He says, I was never involved with that. I came in and they took me to the mountains. I did some initiate work, but by then they were already gung-ho. He says, Go on.
Were you forced into joining?
Is there a wrong answer to this question?
Yes.
No, it's a question.
He said no. He says the hum.
No, there's no wrong answer. There's only the truth.
So technically there is a wrong answer, but...
Truth is, yes, willingly. And up until a few minutes ago, willingly.
Did you really not piece together that starving people, when they come to join something, is bad? Just a bad way to do things?
He says, I was down on my luck, okay?
You could have joined the militia and they would have fed you.
He says... He kind of blinks a little bit and he says, I was promised more spiritual endeavors.
Join a church. They feed each other.
It's a weak answer.
Obviously, he wants to be here, so let's just get it over with and kill him.
I just love that delivery.
I'm tired of standing around.
We still need to know where Arisi is.
Well, she actually walked by a few, about an hour ago. Actually, longer than an hour ago. Probably an hour and a half.
So who wants to hit the piñata?
Please, no! He's gonna start begging.
Which way did she walk?
He gestures, in that direction.
So tell me, were you trying to kill my friend?
He deflates upside down, which is, if you used all the rope I think you used and you made him a cocoon, it's very, hard to see, but he says, yeah.
Well, there's one of those wrong answers.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Illyria, you're having a little hard time with shots earlier. You want to take a couple at this?
Oh, do I ever? I ready my bow. Pointed at him.
He says, as you're like drawing back, he says, hope Barisi throws you off the mountain. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I shoot.
Go ahead and roll your attack. I assume that you're like down here. Because he's right here. Just for spatial. Go ahead and roll your attack. It's gonna be with advantage, not disadvantage. So the 18 hits, yeah. Go and roll damage. For the fun of it. Yep. I mean, wherever you want to place this hit, it goes, and he starts bleeding out. Loses consciousness.
You know me, I like to go right between the eyes.
Right between the eyes. Gotta keep Tadias's rope clean if possible. Speaking of which, are you gonna keep him there with your rope? Because if so, you used a lot of rope that I need you to mark off.
No, when he's an inert, corpse, I'm gonna run up there on time.
Alright.
Alright, so
Slump down.
before we go any further, you cannot tell me that you're not curious about door number 1.
I'm really curious about door number 1.
What's door number 1?
The one with the things and the monsters.
Ah.
But he said not to go into?
Okay. He said that they sealed monsters away there.
That
So-
could mean anything.
Yeah. Well.
So wouldn't the monsters just break down the door?
Well.
Only one way to find out. I pulled the rest
Hey,
of the
wait.
rope off of them.
But shouldn't we try to sneak Udarnik in the room instead of just going through the door?
That's definitely a possibility.
That's fine.
You gotta walk up to the door first. At least.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and see if the door has a crack, because
Alright.
if I remember correctly, these stone doors don't give you a lot of space around them.
Let's see here. Because there's a detail that I think I don't want to miss. Okay. These doors. They're gigantic stone doors covered in twin reliefs of dwarven gods in profile. Loom 15 feet high. These are tall doors. The dwarven gods bear somber expressions and formal regalia. The doors are spiked shut from the outside.
So would you say there's enough space to fit a small insect?
Roll investigation.
Alright.
Not gonna be a high DC. Yeah, you find a little gap on, like, some of the stone has sort of eroded away, and there's a little gap that you could probably squeeze Udarnik in through.
Ease him in there. I'm just trying to get a peek, not even fly.
What was that?
I'm gonna squeeze him in there. I'm just gonna change my vision and try to get a peek. I'm not even gonna like squeeze him all the way through.
Okay.
What do I see?
Beyond the doors... Actually, I might as well just drag there. You're not actually there.
Yeah, I know.
So, this is what Tadias will see. Beyond the doors, the floor declines toward a great chasm. The tombs and crypts of dwarves sprawl like a city in miniature before the chasm's edge. So, like, you can't see it too well because of the dynamic lighting, but there's, like, this drop-off looking thing. Emaciated figures appear from behind these tombs and fix their... Well, they don't fix their hungry eyes on anything because they don't really see Udarnik. You see these weird figures just kind of walking around.
They look kind of undeadish.
They look very undeadish.
I'll turn towards them and say, I think monsters means undead.
Well, there's no use in messing with the zombies. And Hum walks away.
I don't think I've ever seen a zombie.
You have... You have when... Zachariel has when he was captured by the Necromancer at the very beginning of the game.
Oh, right.
Because we were fighting.
Oh,
that
also,
way.
in the, maybe you weren't here for that session, but in, Sacred Stone Monastery, because, Renwick had some zombies.
Well, disregard what I just said.
No, it's neither here nor there.
Should we check these rooms just to be sure? We don't want to trust the words of a cultist, right?
The way I see it,
He was
the
weaselly.
The rest are done.
Several people talked. What would you say to that?
Oh. The way I see it, if Arisi is dead, we don't have to worry about any other crap. Leave. And what'd you say?
Oh, it wasn't of anything of importance. She was just mumbling under her breath.
Ah.
Gusts, just kind of, gusts around.
Hey, Gusts, should we go find your friends?
Are you gonna try to piece that together in Primordial?
I'm trying my best.
Roll a intelligence check. Well, you don't have disadvantage, so 17. You hear yes and another word. You don't know what the other word is.
I want to understand so badly. Zachariel, did you understand him?
He said yes, please.
He said yes, please.
Come on, let's get this guy out of his misery. Let's find his friend.
What? Put him out of his misery.
I'm not sure that's what you meant.
I don't think I meant killing him. I'm pretty sure I didn't mean killing him.
Okay,
I meant reuniting him. Okay, let's check the
Oh,
robes.
wait, you're here. What am I doing?
Alright, I'm just gonna push this door open.
Okay. You push the door open with the weird pivot on the bottom. So this is a description that kind of applies to most of these. But let me just... The proprietors of these shops are long gone, but carvings above the doors indicate the owner's former professions. Tailor, jeweler, smith, baker. All that remains of these places are now small, rubble-strewn rooms. You enter what looks like it might be a tailor, because there is a nice-looking piece of, or like a carving of a shirt above the door.
Oh, they have signs above them?
They have, like, carvings, yeah.
Okay, well. You know what? I'll be quick. I run in and I kick this door open.
Well, hang on. So, go back here. You see what looks like a piece of fabric hanging above the door.
Okay, well, how high is this door?
About 6 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna reach up and take that.
Initiative.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
What you do?
You are surprised.
Oh, dear God.
Give me a second to get the music pumping. Roll initiative for this guy. Oh, that laugh made my night. Skip. Alright, let me roll his initiative.
Just them or everyone?
Well, everybody, yeah, everybody. Perfect. And sending. Alright, Illyria, you don't know what's going on yet, so your turn passes. The cloaker goes and is going to attempt to cloak. So you are surprised, so it has... Surprise grants advantage, right?
I believe
Sure.
so.
Okay. Ooh. Alright. So this fabric just over your head, and you feel this nasty piercing sensation like around your shoulders and neck. You take 18 damage. And you're blinded and all that good stuff. While attached, the cloaker can make this attack only against the target and has advantage on attack rolls. Cloaker can detach itself, spending 5 in movement. A creature, including the target, can take an action to detach the cloaker. And target is blind and unable to breathe. Cloaker, yeah, okay. So that's Cloaker's turn. You hear the...
How does
you're
not able to breathe work as, like, drowning?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, actually. You heard a whoosh sound.
I run into the room.
You actually can't take movements. You're surprised.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah, so you can take reactions now. I'll have to run through this quick. Delia, same deal. Podias, same deal. Zachariel, same deal. Illyria. I don't know if you know what's going on yet.
I would have had commotion, wouldn't I?
To paint the scenario better, from where you are, you saw Zachariel go into the room, and then you heard what sounded like flapping, and for the past 6 seconds you haven't heard anything else. So you tell me if Illyria would react to something like that.
Probably not. Unless Valora's looking.
Oh, Valora definitely would probably do the thing cats do, where their attention is drawn immediately toward that direction. You know, with the
Yeah, because
ears
if
perked
she's
up and
standing
everything.
like on edge, yeah, if she's like that, then I would go over and look.
Okay. So you waltz on over. You waltz on over. You waltz on over, and you can see Zachariel's body, but the top half, not top half, like his bust is head and shoulders. Head and shoulders is wrapped up in this black rubbery substance.
Okay, I'm gonna just shoot at the black rubbery crap.
Okay, give me a second. Yep. Okay. Go ahead and roll. That's a hit. That's also a hit. Okay, so, hold on. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, it's okay. She would probably make these in quick succession, too. So the cloaker is going to take half of that, and Zachariel's going to take the other half. What's half of 17? I'll give him the more of the damage.
9. Is it the 8?
What?
8 and 9 are the splits.
Alright, he'll take 9. Then Zachariel takes 8.
So that's just one of them. So if it's 2 times in a row,
I already did the
Zachariel
math,
would
it's
take-
cool.
Oh, go ahead.
So yeah. Illyria, you
Do I
see
take
as
8 2 times?
you do. Because she struck twice.
Sorry, what was that, Mike? You were gonna ask me?
Nope.
I am gonna move to cover though.
Okay. Cloaker's turn. Cloaker is going to... So, yeah, it took damage. So everyone hears this terrible sounding moan come from the inside of this shop. So I need everybody to make DC 13 wisdom saves.
Do I have a disadvantage or
You don't have disadvantage. You save. Alright. Delia and Tadias, you're frightened until the end of the Cloaker's next turn. And I think that's all it can do after it munches. Yep.
did it munch?
It's
No,
gonna run in now.
It already took its action, that was narrative.
And she's gonna take a swipe at it with her rapier, trying to knock it off Zachariel.
Okay, would you... So, well... You were standing... yeah, you didn't see it. Okay, go ahead and make your attack. That's a hit. For, let's see, 5 on the Cloaker, 5 on Zachariel. So you notice that the Cloaker moves in such a way to where you kind of recognize that your rapier has sort of pierced Zachariel as well.
Sorry, Zachariel!
Delia.
Gotta move away from it, right?
No,
you
you
don't
just kind of
have
move
to.
towards
Just,
it.
yeah, that one.
I think that's all I can do.
Well, you can attack it with disadvantage.
It's also gonna hurt Zachariel.
But do we
I'm
do that?
fine.
Yeah, I don't think I can really get like a good shot with Hum and the door, like
Yeah, the
a
door is kind
swinging
of.
door like that.
Yeah, the door is.
So
It's gonna be
I'm
3/4. Yeah.
I'm just gonna not.
Okay. Tadias.
I don't think I'm seeing anything from where I'm at, but I hear a really scary noise. Kind of put my hand against the statue and kind of look there, kind of shaking.
And by the way. Yeah, the air elemental kind of swoops back over here. Alright, Zachariel, it's your turn. You can attempt to pull him off with a strength check.
Yep.
Is it strength or athletics? Sure, yeah, strength. It's just strength.
Just raw strength.
Use raw strength. You pull it off! Right. With your action.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Alright.
I'm gonna action surge.
Alright!
I'm assuming this is like a flying creature, so...
Yeah, it's kind of like hovering where you are after you ripped it off.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna swing.
That's a miss. That's a miss.
Jesus Christ.
You're still kind
Alright.
of...
Bonus action.
Bonus
Healing
action.
surge.
Alright.
Second one.
Little 4th edition on the brain. Alright, and are you gonna move at all, or...?
No, I'm not afraid of this carpet.
Illyria.
Gonna peek back out and I'm gonna shoot it again.
Oof.
Oof.
Do I do my roll now? Or
Yes. It is your turn. Both hit. Whoa. Wow, you rolled really low on that sharpshooter. That much, and then 18. Okay. Creature, Zachariel, you hear, like, dripping sounds as, it sounds like this creature's blood's hitting the floor. It is the Cloaker's turn, and, what's he gonna do? Alright, it's going to go over to Hum, and it's going to try to get on her face. 24. It doesn't have advantage, but 24.
Yeah, it gets me.
13 piercing, and now you have it on you. And then it's going to whap its tail at Illyria. It's gonna have cover, but it can actually reach you. So let's see, that's gonna be half cover from where it is. So whap. Nope. Kind of wriggles its tail around. It's your turn.
Can I cast a spell while it's on me?
You can't breathe, so if it has a verbal component, no.
Yeah, it has concentration.
As long as it doesn't have verbal component.
Is there a V?
Yes.
And then
A
no.
lot of them.
Okay.
You can attack it
Then-
though, or...
I'm just gonna cut at it with the rapier I already had out.
Alright. You have disadvantage because you're blinded. And you miss, unfortunately. Helia. You aren't feared anymore.
Okay, so I can see what's going on
Absolutely.
in there. So can I, like, try and help pull it off?
Yeah. It's gonna be a strength check.
Nope.
No.
These gnomes with all the strength, huh?
That was your action. Is there anything else you want to do?
Not really.
Alright, Tadias.
Alright, bonus action dash. I should be able to go through this door to get on the other side of it.
Yeah. Let me with the thing.
And I'm going to heave ho and pull this thing as much as I can off of him.
Okay.
Oh, it's strength athletics.
It's strength. Nope. You do not.
That's my turn.
Back row.
Alright, I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna grab this stoop thing. And I'm gonna yank it off of her head.
Okay.
In a fit of rage,
You do so. Kind of like up and around over a little bit.
Hum gasps and says, "Burn that motherfucker!"
Anything else?
I mean, that's my action.
Yep. Alright. Illyria.
I can go through the door.
Yeah. It's going to be rough terrain, but it won't matter too much.
Or I can
Or you
squeeze
can...
beside the daylight.
Yeah, you can do that. You will have disadvantage because it's close unless you...
Yeah. I'm gonna. I was gonna get up to it and use the dagger.
Alright. That's a hit. That's a miss, but it cries out as you give it a good stab. So that's 11. Alright. The creature, very wounded, is going to try to make a break for it. So it's going to try to fly, like, through everybody. Like, over and through the door. So...
Cool.
Anybody who
We all get an opportunity attack.
Yep.
We all miss.
Nope. Tadias and Hum hit.
Oh, okay.
So 9 piercing. And alright. I think Hum is the last person to get the hit. So Hum, how does it go down?
As it flies by, she just stabs in as it's going, and it just cuts through it.
Yeah, and like a sack of trash, it just falls down. And you are out of initiative.
Can we not check any more doors?
Fine. I'm perfectly fine with it.
The hell was that?
No more doors, no more exploring. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I second that. Hum goes looking for Gusts. Gus, where are you?
Floating around here.
She walks up to him and says, "Are you okay?" in the crappiest or an...
What did she say? He says to Zachariel.
She's asking if you're alright.
I'm fine. You look like you're damaged.
Did Hum understand that he called Zachariel damaged?
She understood you and, like, the primordial phrase for look like.
Alright, listen. This is no time for personal attacks. I was trying to find your friends.
He says, "No, I'm simply making an observation. Perhaps
Oh, physically damaged.
you're bleeding, if that's what you call it."
That's only blood. I've got lots more.
Why did he take it as like a... Never mind.
That's why I wanted him to
He's
understand.
having a rough day, okay?
Some insecurities. Fair enough. Alright, so what now?
Well, I've got an issue. I don't want to check any more of these doors, but what if there's, friends of the Whatever the hell that thing is, variety.
Oh no, I know.
If it's not us checking it, it'll be somebody else.
I have a great idea. Gus,
Yes?
can you sense any of your friends nearby?
He says, that's not a power I yield, but I do recall. And he gestures to the same areas that the cultist guy expressed.
The doors?
No, he gestures in the directions. He, like, one
Oh,
over
okay.
here, one couple down there, one down this way.
Alright, alright. Good work. Come on, Dead Eyes.
Alright, where are you guys going? What are you guys doing?
Just follow Zachariel.
Dead Eyes.
Yeah.
All the cloth is gone, friend.
You guys want to take 10?
No, Dead Eyes, you don't look too hot.
No, well, probably be a good idea in game, but IRL I meant.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, let's take 5.
Alright.
Because I'm gonna use the facilities.
You're right.
I need more water.
That's the other thing I need. There it is. Oh. What the hell? Wendy's made a tabletop RPG where you battle Ronald McDonald.
I've heard of this.
That's-
I've not looked into the details.
That's so silly.
I just
That sounds
posted
good.
it for you guys.
Oh, is it in one of the chats now? Where is it? Chit chat.
Chit chat.
Should do like a...
Feast of Legends.
That would be a perfect Halloween one-shot.
Yeah, that was just what I was thinking.
It's like
So is this,
Ronald McDonald has disappeared for like the last 10 years, and now it is coming up in a big way.
Big,
Is Ronald McDonald it?
big oops. Critical fail is a big oops.
Fast food puns are what I'm excited about.
This art of Wendy's.
I want to be the order of the baked potato.
Oh my
The order of the baked
gosh.
potato.
The order of the double stack man.
I'll have to look. It's 100 pages.
It's
Wow, marketing,
big.
dude. Somebody in marketing got paid.
I mean, someone
to do
just
this.
did the dating simulator for KFC too. They're just getting real creative with how they're doing this now.
I need to get into marketing. As much as I hate them, but
Also, an order of the spicy chicken sandwich.
Ooh.
that's been on
Order
the
of the
nose.
baconator.
order of the chicken nuggets?
God,
And there's 5. So that's going to be...
is that a ball pit on an RPG map? I have to steal that for sure.
Wait, they got Critical Role to play this thing?
Did they?
I was reading down the IGN thing and it says heavily sponsored session of the game done by popular D&D stream Critical Role.
Oh boy.
I don't follow it, but damn it, they're paying out some
No,
money.
maybe that was the one shot they just did. I heard about them doing a one shot. Maybe this was it.
I've been so far out of the loop with them. I know they did a new like campaign and everything. I've seen the art and the characters like cosplayed, but that's about it.
I've made it like 60 episodes into the new campaign.
I think about 5 episodes behind right now.
It's really hard for me to watch their games.
It's just a lot of content.
I just don't like Marisha Ray.
Let's,
That's also
let's hop back into our game.
what murder.
I just gave us a wonderful game to look at.
But we have only an hour left of playtime.
Okay, I'm back.
So the executive was
But-
saying you don't look so good today.
Yeah.
Blah.
I don't feel so well either, but we need to deal with this. So
Okay, well, we'll press on.
You
And
remember
As
what
did
Taylor
I.
said?
As Tadias walks by she just reaches out and gives him a little bit of heal.
1 second. As you guys walk into this area, the worn image...
I like to imagine this. Oh, go ahead.
No, good.
I like to think like when Hum's healing me, it's kind of like that back pat, like that supportive back pat, because she's so small. It's just she like slaps my calf. It's like, oh, better.
Your thigh.
You can go thigh. That works.
Alright.
It's better than butt pats.
The worn image of a smiling dwarf on the face of a coin is stamped into the flagstones that pave this plaza. An old sign bearing the same image hangs above the door of a large hall in the center of the plaza. This door here. That's just the flavor.
oh wait, Mike,
Yes.
was there anything on these guys?
There was not. Nothing of note, just their tattered clothes and stuff. So you stand in the middle of this empty hallway with several directions.
I immediately begin doing.
Okay. You are met with what is more sort of ruined area, rubble.
Knowing that there's these giant draping animal things that kind of fall down and suck on your face, can I like make a check to look around to see if I see any signs of those?
Sure.
What would that be? Perception?
It's going to be perception. With your passive perception, you notice no such creature.
And begin moving forward.
You see that Gusts kind of hangs out by the wall.
Hum's watching him, so she does the same.
There's more doors.
So
and
all the rubble is just kind of ruins.
Yeah, it's just kind of ruins, and unfortunately, this area here is where they put the top of the pyramid map. So it's like it's all blocked off. It's kind of annoying. So it's just nothing but rubble and junk over here.
I'm seeing ruins around the corner and everything. I'd probably point to the door where Zachariah's passing and say, "There's not much this way. Perhaps we go to the door."
Alright, you all plan on going through the door?
I have been talking this whole time. I'm gonna push to talk.
Oh,
I'm gonna press my ear up against the door and see if I can hear anything from the inside of the room.
the stone door. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well. You hear what sounds like people just chatting. And, you hear really faint sounds of, it sounds like somebody talking with their mouth full.
Jedias.
What?
Someone in there has bad manners for speaking with a mouthful.
Is it full of something bad? Like, do they eat people?
Well, the guy did say there was a mess hall. Maybe this is...
You would know that with most certainty because he gestured toward this area when he said mess hall.
Well, let's ruin dinner.
You all plan on entering?
Wait a second, Tadias. Why didn't Orisi go around and tell the rest of the people that they were under attack?
I have no idea.
She doesn't care about the people. They
Yeah,
are
but even
collateral
so,
damage.
wouldn't you want to throw them at us?
It's a good question. Probably a good
You
question
know,
for Wind Harrow later.
All right. Well,
isn't it a little bit convenient that we hang a guy by his toes and he gives us everything, and yet it doesn't look like, huh? Maybe we're being played.
maybe.
Well, let's go kill her, but be careful.
All right. I open the door.
Alright, so there are people behind here, and I hate rolling initiative when it's like, wall situation. So I'm going to remove the dynamic lighting, and then I just want you guys to situate yourselves where you think you'd be within 10 feet of the door, and then we'll roll initiative. And I'll get the music going.
Yeah.
As soon as I can copy. Oh, right. Okay. I'm getting there.
Oh, those wall sconces look cool.
Yeah, I thought it was someone's little staff poking out, but then I saw the other one on the other wall.
Yeah, they're a cool little token. For free on the Roll20 thingy, and all I did was make it green with the tint. Alright. So, let's roll some initiatives. God, okay.
Hello, cat.
Ooh, look
Am I
at
supposed to
Celia.
Hold on a second, I'll answer that in a second. Sky Weaver? Weaver? Sky. Yep. Where is your sheet? There it is. If that's all. Alright. What did you ask, Nix?
You said something about dynamic lighting.
Did you not hear me when I said I don't like rolling initiative behind doors and you guys can move into the room with 10 feet within 10 feet of the door and then we'll roll initiative?
Okay. I would be just out.
Okay.
Yeah.
As they say, taco's good out here. Alright. Well...
What?
I like that one.
So this guy stands up and he draws his dagger and he says, "They're here!" And he hops onto the table and then he does a little thing where he jumps over to this table and then over to here, jumps down. How far did he go? He gets to here, I think. Right next to the table. And he's gonna try to throw his dagger over his buddy's head, over at Zacriel. So that's gonna be... He's gonna do his charge thing, and he's gonna... Oh, yeah. Tink, 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 tink. That's it. Illyria.
I'm gonna go up to the doorway and shoot at that guy.
Sorry, who are you shooting at? Okay. That's a miss. That's a hit. So the first arrow goes wide and clatters along the wall and the floor, but the other one just right through the... killing him. Fill in the blank. Right through the what?
Neck.
Yeah, right through the neck. That's what I was thinking too. Anything else?
Nope, I just got cover here.
Delia.
Okay, I'm gonna step in here. And can I see this dude?
You do. You see him standing up. Looks like he's about to cast a spell.
It's not very nice of him. I'm gonna send some magic missiles his way.
Alright. Uh, 14 damage. So you see what looks like clouds of, like miniature storm clouds form around his hands, and lightning starts to spark. But you hit him with the magic missile. But looks like he's still going to go for it as he... Can he... Oh, fuck, he's not close enough. Well, I am the bad guys. So he is going to get to here, and I need a template. Delia, are you gonna counterspell him?
Yes.
Okay. Then you counterspell him. So lightning starts to zorp out. What does her counterspell look like? What does she do?
She wiggles her nose and points her finger at him, and like pink sparkles shoot out at him and nullify his magic.
The pink sparkles like just overtake the clouds, and instead of looking like storm clouds, they look like puffy white, or the puffy clouds you see at sunset, and then they fade away. He looks down. That's it for him.
Oh, how cute.
And this guy turns around and is going to try to attack Zachariel. He's going to use his thing, so we have advantage on this attack. 14.
No.
Diddly. Alright, this guy's going to charge at Tadias, using his special once per encounter thing. 23 for 3 damage.
That'll do it.
The air elemental, corrupted, zooms over and is going to try to knock Zachariel around. I think you're going to roll a strength save. Why didn't it... What? Oh, the syntax error. What? Okay, well... I still... You saved, so you're just gonna take half of this. I still haven't fixed that. You take 5 damage. And the creature is sharing a space with you. That guy's dead, that guy's not, so he's going to get up. Gonna make his way over to here. And he's going to huck a dagger at Zachariel, because he's closest. 18 misses.
That's a miss, but does it hit the air elemental?
It does. Well, yeah, but for dink damage, because it's not a magical weapon.
But now, the air elemental that is fighting on their side has been attacked by them.
I like where you're going with this, but it's not how it works. Tadias.
I do not like spellcasters. I'm gonna chop them up.
All right. That's a hit.
Yeah.
For 11. Another hit. For 11.
He's probably looking a little bit exploited now, so I'm gonna make that third attack.
So fucked up. That hits. So to paint this picture, well, I'll hand it off to you. I'll set up the spike. So he tries to cast lightning bolt with the storm in his hands. Delia pops them basically and turns the clouds into puffy sunset clouds, which fade away as Tadias advances. And
you hear like a tisk 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 noise. They go, not today, and I just kind of slash him up as he falls down on the table.
Yeah, he falls back onto this table here, and he kind of like slips off of it onto the floor.
I'm gonna turn with him right there, and then I'm gonna look at the other guy, just really menacingly. You're done.
He might have pissed his pants. Zachariel.
Alright, I'm just gonna stand where I am.
Alright.
I'm gonna smack this dude in front of me.
You got it. That's a hit. For 3. He's dead. Thwack. Decapitation, or...
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Alright.
It's a classic move.
Just slams to the ground.
For my second attack, I'm going to... I just want to stay here because I don't want this fucking... I want this It seems like this elemental is focused on me, so Hum can do her thing. I'm gonna throw a javelin at this guy.
Alright. That is a hit. You kind of poke your hand out of the swirling air around you and you toss the javelin, and it kills him. It goes right through what?
It probably just comes up solid on his chest and he falls over.
There you go.
Pushes through his back.
Yeah. He's propped up a bit too.
And then as a free action inside this vortex, I'm just gonna loudly, not scream, but say, Orisi has abandoned you. She kills not. Give up.
He doesn't answer you. Hum.
I'm shouting it to the room.
Oh, I see. They're kind of they're too much of a pair of weaklings to really respond. Hum.
So Hum has her chimes out and is just gonna ring him.
Alright. That's just enough. And you see the dark energy start to quell a bit. And the elemental starts moving.
Hum yells for Gus. Gus, come help us! Your friend is in here!
Okay. I'll have him operate on your turn. Don't let me forget. Alright. You hear what sounds like chairs falling down and wood just kind of being tossed around as this guy comes out. Sees all of this mayhem that has occurred and just kind of stares down to Dias. And, let's see, he can actually advance a bit more. Whoa! Almost made him big. He can advance up to here, and then he's going to throw a, oh, wait. He has, this weapon that you've seen before that is a boomerang, and he's gonna huck it, right at Tadias. So, does not get any such advantage, so, wait, what? Oh, 22! You're hit for 3 bludgeoning, 8 thunder, and you need to make a con save, or you're stunned. Nice.
Cons.
You save, the boomerang clatters to the ground in front of your feet. And that's his turn. This guy is going to vault over daggerless. Actually, yeah, daggerless. He comes over, he picks up the dagger here, comes over to Zachriel, and he's going to attempt to attack him. We'll see if that pans out. Probably not. 14.
Miss.
Illyria. Unless you're going to react.
No.
Alright.
I'm gonna stand behind Delia, see what's going on, and the first guy I see is that, so I'm gonna fire at him.
That's a hit. That's a hit. Devastating combo. 10. And 19. Alright.
Wow.
2 arrows. He's not dead yet. Anything else, Illyria?
I imagine the arrows are like in his chest.
Oh yeah, totally. He's just kind of still clinging onto life.
I'm going to back up again.
Alright. Delia.
I'm just gonna send a firebolt at this guy.
Alright. That's a miss. That guy's dead. He's dead. That guy's alive. So, after seeing Tadias take that damage, this initiate behind him gains a little confidence and is gonna try to stab him in the back. We'll find out. How does Tadias dodge or deflect?
I'm gonna be looking directly at this guy angrily, and he's gonna just swing, and I'm just gonna duck him without even.
Yeah. Ugh. He kind of whimpers a bit. Alright, that was his turn. Lesser Air Elemental does not move, but you can see that the tendrils start to pick up again. That guy's dead. Tobias, it's your turn.
Yeah, like I said, I commit that this guy's not longer important to me. I'm running forward at this one.
Alright, he's gonna try to take a swipe at you. 13. Ugh.
I believe he has arrows in him, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna try to just like literally shove my shield into one of the arrows.
Yeah.
Kind of break him off in there. That'll be an improvised attack.
Okay.
Yeah. Where's my button for this? No button for it. Improvised. Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's the same thing, just without the one, so 26 to hit.
Yeah, you shove these... What's your strength mod?
My strength mod is +5.
Yeah. You shove these arrows through, and he just kind of... Oh, and blood kind of foams at his mouth, and he starts to sink down.
I guess I'll turn around and just throw an arrow with my other attack at this guy. Throw a Rezier at him.
Alright.
Yeah.
Whack. Alright, so he's tripped a little bit, and he looks up just in time to see Rezier, the business end, and it just right through him. Anything else?
Nailed it.
Zachriel.
Alright, remaining where I am, I'm gonna attack this guy who tried to punch me.
Alright. That's a hit. Just enough. Is that minimum too? No, it's not. Just enough and he falls over. And it's still an initiative because you've got the air elemental. But it is... Or is Zachriel gonna do anything else?
I'm just going to try and calm the element. Just say, listen, we're here to help. We've brought your friend. Just calm down and listen to the music.
Alright. Can you say that in Primordial?
Of course,
I'm
yeah.
gonna do that, I'm gonna consider that the help action. So, you'll have advantage if you do your chimes.
I am doing the chimes.
Alright. Again, you see the dark energy start to be beaten back even more. There's a little bit left, but you feel like if you succeed on this one more time, it'll be enough. That guy is dead, and dead. And is anyone else going to do anything at this point, or are they going to let Hum do her thing?
Just gonna let Hum.
Alright. That guy's dead.
Zachriel, keep talking to him. Seems to be working.
I would like stand in the doorway and watch.
Okay. Oh yeah, and Gus kind of like enters, and we'll see what he does on your turn. So this the one that Zachriel has is within doesn't do anything.
All we are is dust in the wind.
Is Tobias doing anything?
I'm just gonna look worried, but not do anything, watching them try to tame his elemental.
Okay. Zachriel?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just
Okay.
constantly reassuring this. I use the help action. I'm going to constantly reassure this elemental that we're going to save him and reunite him with his friend, and we're going to call him Blows.
No, we're calling him Breeze.
Okay, we're going to call him Breeze.
Gusts also echoes the sediment. Fellow, there's like a word in Primordial that means, my fellow, my companion, my friend. I'll have to come up with that later. He just echoes the sediment, so Hum, you have advantage. Alright. So the dark energy dissipates, and the same sort of breathing, stretching of his matter as the whole room quiets. And I'm just gonna use the word brother for now until we come up with a better placeholder, though it's probably gonna stick.
Kin?
What was that?
Kin? K-I-N?
What's...
Breeze bro?
You said Kane? Oh, kin, of
He's a
course.
kid.
Good word. Appreciate that. Okay. So, yeah. He says, kin. And, kind of... They both kind of look at each other, and they actually sort of move in the same space, and you can't really tell what is what. Like, what gust belongs to what creature. But soon it sort of quiets, and they are... seems at peace. And he directs toward Hum, and says, "Thank you."
It's my pleasure.
He says, "We were taken, and we were turned to do what we would normally wouldn't."
You don't have to do that anymore.
Roll a d6. Okay. Breeze, as you've come to call him, says to his kin, "I must return. Must return to our home. Will you not come with me?" And Gust says, I will stick with these fleshy beings until the end." And
These meat bags.
creatures of firmer stuff.
Silence, meatbag.
So he leaves.
Aw.
That's what the D6 roll is for.
While he's doing that, can I pick up this boomerang and see if there's anything unique about it?
You find that whatever magic was in this thing is spent.
Boomerang.
Yep, it's a boomerang.
I'm assuming dagger damage.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Thrown.
So that means I have 2 cult weapons.
Thrown boomerang.
2 more cultist weapons that I will have.
Okay. To describe this room better, now that the action's over, I can get rid of that sheet now because there's no more of those guys. This building might have once been a dwarven hall for feasting. Old wooden tables are arranged in the long main room, and several casks lie strewn about. Several service doors are placed along the walls. Behind the bar, if you look around, you find a wood stove, ashes all around it. And Tadias, looking down at the cultist, you notice, like, part of his robes kind of move away, and you notice that he's wearing straps against his body.
Strange. Can I investigate them more thoroughly, see what they're about?
You can, and as you're sort of looking for the way to get these things off, you sort of recognize, you actually see the small little signature symbol of your Uncle Dimitri.
Does it look like he's wearing, like, my belt?
No. This thing he's wearing, let me get the item card.
Uh-oh.
So this is what you're finding out is that this is a top piece comprised of leather straps fitted with what look like crystalline vessels.
Okay, I will remove it from him and place it on the table for a more thorough inspection.
Okay. Are you going... So you can tell, now that you have it off of him, you can tell that it's magical.
Now, the crystalline vessels, do they look like uses? Like each time I use one, a vessel will burst or be used, expended?
You can't really tell.
I guess I'll just start tuning to it and figure out what happens.
Okay. Are you out of spell slots?
I
Or are you just gonna
have...
not use it right now?
I only have 2 more of the first levels, and I'd like shields.
You got it. Alright.
Because I'm saving them because I'm taking 2 damage or 3 damage, but if I am about to take a 15, I'll need it.
Understood. Alright.
So I'll just strap myself in and...
Gusts says...
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Are you putting it on?
yeah, I was going to tune to it, so I was just going to snap it on me.
Gotcha. So... Well, that's definitely an hour of work. So, what are you guys doing?
Oh, it takes an hour to get this thing on?
Well, it takes an hour to attune to an item.
Yeah, I know. I was just starting it.
Gotcha.
So we can continue walking while it's on me.
Okay. What are you guys doing? What's Delia doing?
I want to peek in the door.
You... Okay, that's easy. You peek through the door and you see the side you're on. What was Hum gonna say?
Hum's gonna sit down and just play her lute for a little while.
Okay.
Kind of getting like a short rest, seeing it's gonna take today's.
You see Hum just pop a squat at one of the tables. What's Illyria doing?
Was this the bar down here?
Yeah. There's like a wood stove
there,
and
like-
there's...
Food and stuff.
Yeah. You do a little looking, and behind it, and the shelves, there it looks like preserved rations and old preserved like sausages and other jerky types of meats.
I'm gonna yell out, anyone hungry?
I could eat.
You also see what looks like a pot under the bar that's like stashed with all of this foodstuffs.
I'll investigate that.
You take off the lid and it looks like it's stuck. You know, like broth.
You said the lid is stuck?
No. You look inside and it looks like stock. Like broth.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. What's Zachariel doing?
He's just kind of taking it all in.
Okay.
It's a little sad that the other elemental just left. Didn't even say goodbye.
Creatures take being corrupted differently.
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Are we going to wait here for a while? Regain some strength before adventuring more.
Maybe a rest would do us good, even though these cultists aren't very strong at all.
There's sure a lot of them.
Alright, go ahead and resolve a short rest. You are not bothered or molested in any way.
Sweet. I think I only have 2 hit dice.
There you go. There's 6 more.
That was a good roll for hit dice. Oh, well, that was average out.
Yeah, it happens.
I don't have any more hit dice. Feels bad.
I'm playing a song, so I'm playing Song of Rest, so everybody gets 6 right off.
Unfortunately, well... The rule is if you you have to spend hit dice to benefit from Song of Rest.
Oh.
I'll have to think about it. All right, Tobias, you attune to this item.
Am I imagining it like a yield, like flight kind of thing?
No, it's just like a bunch. It's like there's a belt sort of thing, and then there's like a strap on the back that goes up, turns to the shoulders, and then the two shoulder parts like crisscross over your chest, and then there's a bunch of crystals along. So the description. You're gonna have to extend that because the way it copied is weird. Like you have to stretch the window.
I see it.
This experimental elemental armor is a top piece comprised of leather straps fitted with crystalline vessels containing a verve of elemental air. It can be worn under clothing and can be activated with a command word as a bonus action. When activated, the gems that line the straps burst out precise gusts of wind when the wearer is attacked, during which time your AC is 13 plus your dexterity modifier. This counts as light armor. After a minute, the armor ceases to function until activated again. So in your case, with the secret thing, the intelligence thing applies.
Mm-hmm. So probably took off my scale to do that, so I am no longer disadvantaged on stealth. At least that's nice.
I imagine so. And it's made by your uncle, too.
Yeah. Now, it's only when I activate it that it's the 13. What is it resting?
Your normal AC without armor.
Yeah. So, 14.
So it's a bit of a tax, bonus action tax. Think of that what you will. So you guys feel a little bit more rested. Delia, maybe not so much, unfortunately.
Not at all.
What do you guys do? Actually, Gust kind of like goes between Zachariel and Hum, because you guys are the ones that are talking to it the most, and says, whoa, I almost inhaled spit. He says, that makes 4. There's still one more remaining.
Well, we should find that one.
And you can tell Zachariel that, like, this comes from a place of, like, worry. Based on his intonation of Auron.
Yeah. Quickly, we should do that. Where was the other direction they said?
The other way.
Down here?
Open this door and you find wall. Actually, I might as well just remove the dynamic lighting. Because you're gonna...
I'll never understand dwarves.
So where are you guys going? Aha.
Following the big flamey dude.
Following the flaming hair.
You see what looks like a symbol of the air cult on the floor ahead of you.
What the hell is that?
And you hear, what the hell? Wait. As you get to here, you are met with a wall of air, of wind that like pushes you down extremely roughly, and you find that it's very hard to take a step at all. In fact, you find that you can't proceed past this threshold. And several of these individuals start to, whoa,
Oh my god.
Stretch out
It's
over
a fat
the floor.
kenku.
no.
Yay!
Kinda
I've
like-
always wanted one.
It kind of leaves your line of sight because of the door, and then just kind of like gets up to here. And through the air, you can sort of make out them saying, "What the hell is this?
What the hell are you?
What the hell are you?" And
You're
then
a
you
kenku.
hear, and then, but after you say that, instead of repeating back, they say, "Just stay in your corner." And then they look behind them, and then up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't need to stay in your corner.
Shouldn't they be singing?
A couple of more
I think these are the ones that were trapped that he was talking about.
creep up. They are all just sort of like coming up close to the wind wall here. What do you do?
Can I try something?
What do you want to try?
I'm gonna like put my shield on an angle, kind of raise it above my head a little bit, and try and push against the wind wall to see if it displaces the air coming down.
I feel like that's going to be a strength check. But quite a difficult one.
All right. Strength or
Strength. Raw strength. Alright, you actually manage to not get pelted down. And what happens is you redirect... So I'm imagining like you're at a 45 with a shield, right? A 45 angle.
yeah.
So what happens is you sort of make the wind spit at this Kenku here, and the poor guy kind of falls back. Ah! Humbles back a bit. Back in your corner! And he kind of slinks back.
This is
And they all
Very-
kind of move away.
very heavy.
I want to try something.
Yeah.
I pull out the chimes and ring them at the wall of.
Are you trying to do like... Okay. Like, what's her intent?
I just want to see if the chimes will inactivate the wall of air.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a performance check.
It's a crappy performance check.
No such luck as the air continues, and Zachary, you find that you're starting to feel very fatigued.
All right, I'll step back.
Okay. The wind curtain just kind of remains.
Is there any surface here that I could attach my grappling?
Say that again?
Is there any surface around here that I could attach my grappling hook to?
Not really, but do you have pitons? Pythons?
We said we got mountain climbing gear. That was kind of generic. Do you think those would be in there?
Absolutely.
Then let's get them. I'm gonna begin hooking pitons, or however you pronounce them,
Okay.
into the wall.
All right.
Kind of tie a rope around it and get knotting and start like trying to kind of hook it on this corner of the stone. So when I let go of the rest of the slack, it kind of like flows downwards towards them.
Okay.
See if they can just like kind of climb it up, or we can pull on our end.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you pull the rope, and they kind of like wander back over. And they look at the rope. They look at you, and they see you kind of like holding the rope. And one of
Yeah,
them-
I do like those like kind of mimey,
yeah.
extra showy actions to kind of get them to mimic me.
One of them picks up the rope.
And I begin to kind of walk it backwards through my hand, kind of pulling him towards me.
All right. So he flattens on the ground pretty violently, but you hear like a squawk of pain, but eventually you find that you can get him through. And at this point, they all crowd around the door.
All right, Thaddeus. Obviously, the flattening of the bird was a bad thing.
He like stands up and he kind of like rubs his back. Wow.
How fast do you think you can pull them out?
Bad thing. As he's like rubbing his back.
I mean, I can run pretty quickly, but I think they're going to fall regardless.
Yes, but if I stand in the way and block the winds...
We can try.
Hum looks at the Kinku who came through and says, "Is there another door?"
He shakes his head as he says, "Another door."
Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to slowly move into the wall with my shield and try and use that above my head to... I'm not going to be able to hold it long.
Pull as fast as I can.
Alright, so you have no real time crunch here. So, it works. You slowly but surely manage to get every single one of them out with this very complicated tactic. Complicated yet effective tactic. I'm not gonna... Tokens. Don't want to move them all, like, in one square, but, yeah. At one point, maybe Zachariel loses some strength, but he manages to hold on. And Zachariel, you find that your arm's very fatigued after this. Lactic acid everywhere. But you manage to get all the Kenku through. And they're kind of chirping and celebratory.
Alright. I sit down on the floor and put my back against the wall. Just give me a minute.
Take your time.
Zachariel, now that you're on the floor, well, not now that you're on the floor, but since you're like not really focusing on much, you kind of like take a look around and you can see over here on the floor in the middle of the air cult symbol, you see what looks like a little slot. Looks like you could fit some kind of pole into it.
Can I look up into, like, towards the ceiling of this room?
You see a what looks like a 10-foot diameter hole in the ceiling.
Could have been so much easier.
Oh?
As it looks like there's a indentation in the middle of the symbol there where you could fit some sort of pole, and if you look above, there's almost like I'd say about 10-foot diameter circle.
You can see it, everyone can see it now that he draws attention to it.
So
Well, do we
already
have
done.
a pole?
Well, we should get these birds back to their other birds. What do you say, Good? Do you want to find your friends?
Please.
Oh, that's not what I was...
Wait, you asked the gusts, right?
I was asking the Kenku.
Oh, the Kenku, sorry. Actually, some of them have started, like... Well, one... Let's see. What you see is one starts to run, like, to try to get out, and then another one grabs him and, like, shakes her head, looks at the party. And they kind of all look at you blankly after you say, "Do you want to get Gust's friends?" And they just kind of go, huh? And one of them says, leave.
I'm like, I asked the Kenku if they wanted to get their other friends.
Oh, their other friends. Jesus, I'm sorry. Emphatically yes, from all of them.
Alright, let's bring these back, and then we'll go grab the last elemental.
Alright.
It's on the way anyway, so it makes sense.
Well, you find that it's not exactly on the way, so I'm gonna do a little loading screen.
Look, this
here.
place is a fucking maze, alright?
No, that's fine. Well, you make... I'm certain you make a direct line back to, the entrance area.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna happen. Just stand by while I drag 10 tokens across the map. So many dudes. Just, and back here, and Windharrow kind of comes out and says, "Oh, you found them!" And then all of his choir come out, and they all start. They all start tearfully reunionizing. Well done, he says.
Windharrow,
Yes,
see this elemental?
I do. I saw another one too that came through and left. It looks like the dark energy was gone.
Yep, that's our work, Hum's work. Have you seen any more of the purple ones? Not the ones by the pyramid, but anywhere else?
Well, I know that there was probably one in that plaza up north before the portal that Ashric would go through.
That's this one.
Good. The one in the mess hall.
That was the one that passed by.
Then there are two in the pyramid.
We don't speak of those.
Ooh. And then I think I saw one wandering around under Priest's command. He does air quotes. Over by the dorm.
Right, and that's just down the hall over here.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to go get that last elemental. I haven't seen Arisi. I have no idea where she is.
If she's not here, she's probably gone up to the peaks. Or into that other altar room. But we're not. Most of us aren't allowed in there either.
Other altar room? You neglected to mention a nut.
He says, "This place is complicated, I'm sorry."
Where is the other altar room?
It's in the area where the dorms are.
Oh, okay. Well, you're like two birds with one. Never mind.
Two bads, one good?
Well, I was going to say two birds with one, but then he looked around at all the Kenku.
Some of them are drinking from the water, you notice.
Right. Alright, friends, are you ready, or would you like to do something else before we...
No time like the present.
Main concern is to get that elemental.
Yes.
And just, if it was in the same room as Arisi, it would make everything so much easier.
Pretty sure.
It would be nice.
Pretty sure we can get that done before we have to call it. So, what do you guys do?
Alright, let's go.
Speed D&D. Yeah.
Speed run D&D. I rolled all my
Yes, I
attacks
drop all
I've
my
ever
clothing.
run.
I look like a husk, and I have like just one long sword, and I'm just running.
Initiate the Naruto running. We can make it into Area 51.
You see the bodies of the cultists that you'd slain from before.
Oh, should we check on that guy in the bed?
I mean, it's been like an hour.
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh
Wait.
shit, where'd everyone go?
Jedias, it's just me and you.
She's definitely. T4. We're over this way.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
You see the priest that cast that gust of wind at you?
I'm gonna kick his corpse.
I'm gonna run in here and kick the closet.
Okay.
Come on.
And you see a door that you haven't gone in yet.
Dun, 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 dun.
Delia, would you like to do the honors?
Julia, stay away from the doors.
Mr. God, no.
All right.
Alright, first I look above the door. Is there like a engraving of a tailoring shop that I now have PTSD from?
Stand by. Shirts! No! Like in the future, if Zachariel survives all this, he wakes up from a terrible dream, and, why am I forgetting his wife's name?
Surrounded by fresh laundry from Floriana.
Screaming, not the shirts!
That's when I become a Death Knight.
What? Shirts. Why did you become a Death Knight? Shirts. Alright. Yeah, there's no distinct marking above this door.
I push it open.
You push it open. No. Well, actually, that will come up in a second, but you push it open. Frescoes, I don't know what that word means, but covered the two walls of this chamber. Oh, like murals. One depicting the creation of the dwarves by Moradin. The other a massive battle between orcs and dwarves. The far wall is pocked and pitted with holes in the masonry, where gemstones once surrounded an altar in the shape of an anvil. Now only chipped remnants of garnets and agates remain. Directly behind the altar is a black yet iridescent door with a niche that is shaped to have a spear or spear-like implement placed into it. Finally, near the altar, are the bloody remains of 3 Kenku. Before you have time to take it in, a small air elemental, again containing the smoky tendrils, leaps toward you. Roll initiative. Music. I wonder if I should even that kind of music because, well, it's already here. All right, Illyria, you're all the way back there. Are you gonna do anything?
I imagine I don't know what's going on.
Okay. The air elemental is going to rush out and attack Zachariel. Forgive him, Father, he knows not what he does. 23. 9. For 11 bludgeoning. That's his turn. Zachariel.
Alright. He shouldn't have killed the birds. Now he has to die.
You don't know if he killed the birds.
I mean, yeah, I'm also not going to, but... do what you can. I am going to hit him once.
Okay. That is a hit.
Yeah, I'm going to make it a goading attack.
Gotcha. Roll the damage. 11 and 12. Okay. Goading attack. So that's a whiz save, right?
That is a wisdom save, yeah. Fail.
Goaded. Did I actually do anything?
I'll kind of walk into the spot on my little code word for my straps, Baruf. I will use a dodge action.
All right.
Hum is gonna try to get in as close as she can and ring the chimes at the elemental.
She gets between Zachariel's tree trunk legs. All right. The dark energy quiets. Whoa. Uh-oh. Hello? Okay. Whew.
Hello?
Rhythm stopped for a second. I thought everything was about to crash. All right. Good job. One down. Delia, you doing anything?
Nope.
Okay. Lyria?
I get closer to see what's going on.
Okay. You
Not
see
much.
Hum performing for an elemental.
Yeah.
Elemental doesn't do anything as it has been mostly pacified. Zachariel.
I take the defensive stance.
All right.
Dodge.
Gusts calls out, Kin! Let the tone... And then, yeah. Today's?
I'm just gonna use a dodge action. He and me.
Here comes the chimes. She rings the chimes and does a little wiggle, and it messes it up.
It does mess it up. And, it starts to pick up again. Delia.
She yells, "Fight it!"
Not gonna do anything.
Gus says, no, don't fight it! Wait, no, he doesn't understand her. Never mind. Illyria.
I'm gonna rub Hum's shoulders. You can do this.
Should I count that as a help action? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, alright. I'll count that as a help
it's a
action.
very sensual hell, but
Alright,
maybe
well,
that's what the bird needs.
Elemental is going to attack Zachariel. Disadvantage because of the 8, 12. Zachariel.
But she already has help, so I'll make conversation with
Okay.
the elemental. Listen, you don't have to do this. I know you're angry right now, but it's not you. So I don't care if you hit me. I forgive you.
Free me from this, please. Did I
Try it. Just listen to the music.
Dodge.
dodge? Hum, you have advantage.
I'm going to ring.
Alright. The dark energy starts to dissipate further, and you feel like you only need one more good one. Delia.
I'm good.
Delia's good out here. Illyria.
Just helping Hum out again.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Alright. Lesser elemental is not going to move. Dodge action, Zachariel?
Yep.
Did I ask?
Yep.
Alright. The same sort of breathing, stretching of this creature freed from its dark shackles fills the air for a moment and thank you. And looks over at Gusts, kind of swirls out. Kin.
I think we should call him Waft.
Laugh?
Waft, like a waft of air.
Oh,
Roll d6. Somebody.
is your thing hung? Go ahead.
He's leaving.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Why don't we call her Gale?
Doesn't matter anymore. He's leaving.
Bye.
Don't worry, there'll be more opportunities. He says, Zachariel hears, let's make my leave back to our home. Will you not follow? And Gusts looks at Zachariel and Hum It says, "Do you know where to find us?"
No,
You actually
I
don't.
do not.
He starts to speak of like a location that's near the air temple that you've actually passed through, where you encountered air elementals before, and they were like,
Oh, outside.
"Yes, outside. Outside of this cursed place."
Yes. Yes, we do.
Then, if you wish to meet us again, we will be there.
Yes. Wait, Gale.
I mean,
Shit.
Gus kind of says, I think they came up with a name. "Yes," says Gale. "Thank you again."
Did you kill these Kenku?
He says, let's see. "I did not do it under my own free will. They threw them into this room with me. And a dark power took me."
Oof. Alright, then.
Stands like in a defensive stance in front of Gale, not knowing what Zachariel's intention. Don't you hurt him.
You think me, of all people, is going to hurt an elemental? I have a ranch full of elementals.
They quietly start to make their exit. And they leave you in this room. And it's 9:07, so I think that's where we're gonna call it.
These poor birds.
Poor birds. Hey, Joy, thanks for watching if you're watching.
Bye, Joy!
Hi, Joy.
Night, Joy.
Night, Joy!
Where's the thing? I just wanna... Thanks for watching.